this France side is not invincible, are they? Is Morocco the side that could potentially upset them in this World Cup, the most likely opponent they're going to face?
Or I don't want to spoil the bracket section we've got going on later, but I don't believe that this will be an upset. I do believe that Morocco is a serious nation. I think they showcased over the last couple of World Cups, and of course, being now, I guess, technically the AFCON champions, that they are a nation that, see, I did that there. I was just giving them formalities, just doing formalities.
A little smoke.
Yeah, since they are technically champions going into this, I do believe that Morocco are a very, very good side. Love in terms of what they've done. I think Webby has had to step into a very awkward situation as the new head coach, but obviously the foundations he had laid with a lot of the youth teams has given him a good precedence to kind of go forward. But this is probably where the competition ends for them, because France are the real deal. And Paraguay were going to be a typical, in terms of defensive team, resilient. I've been told it's almost embedded in their culture, who they are as people, in terms of to show that resilience, especially on the pitch. And I was expecting France to kind of struggle in a low block, but they got the victory. And that's the most important part at this stage of the competition.
But Paraguay didn't have the quality that Morocco has. Morocco has the strength, but Morocco also can move the ball. And they're way more organized, and within their attack, they're fluid. It's not as if it's a defensive block, and then when they get the ball, they just kick it long. Now, Morocco is used to playing without the ball, and then when they do get it in that low block, they're able to transition in a way better outside flank movement situation than, I would say, Paraguay, which can also hurt France.
Darian?
You're saying Morocco are going to do something.
Most likely.
Hey, we don't do half stepping here.
There's going to be an upset.
We don't do half stepping here.
There's an upset happening here. I'm going for Morocco.
What?
100%.
Oh, okay, I'm going to let my girl D come in first.
Darian?
No, I don't think there's going to be an upset. I think, yeah, Morocco have grown a lot throughout this tournament, but they can ride the wave of momentum. Yeah, they're fine without the ball, but they haven't faced France with the attack that they have. And I think that game of France and Paraguay, that gave them such, we were talking about sharpening iron earlier with England taking over Mexico. That was a game to me where France is like, oh, we can deal with any element. You can kick, you can shove, you can do all of the crazy-ish that comes with, the dark arts of the football. They can still pull out a win. They could have scored many more goals as well. The post helped them out, and there was a lot of moments where France could have put more chances away. But to me, that's a match that you look back on, you're like, we can beat anybody. If we have to go through that, we can top any of these teams.
So feeling very confident here on the desk. Everybody, it's time for our Connected for the Win, presented by Xfinity. So everybody, Morocco are unbeaten in their last 34 games. Can they keep that streak going, JD, without Saibari?
That's an asterisk, really. But what I will say is...
Yes, not included voided loss to Senegal.
Yeah, that's an asterisk. What I would say is that Morocco have demonstrated that they have an element of flexibility within their game. They're very adaptable. Doesn't matter what type of performance they need to go with. That means if they need to be aggressive and be on the front foot, if they need to contain and being good in the transitions. I love this Morocco team. There's not probably a team in world football that has expanded as much over the last 4 to 5 years in terms of the expectations to what they're actually delivering. Unfortunately, I'm going to say it again, they can keep going as much as they can, but they're going against the best team in the world right now. So I'm interested in what my boy has to say, because I'm going to be real, I don't see an upset. I don't see it happening in any which way. I actually think France will go out and demonstrate as to why they are the favourites in this competition right now.
From what I saw versus Paraguay is, okay, there's quality. France, the best attack in the world, favorite to win the World Cup. Morocco steps into the situation, they approach it the right way, and yes, they're going to sit in their low block at times. But when they do have the ball, I think, in my opinion, okay, Morocco can cause problems. And don't be surprised if at half we're up 1-0. Versus France.
You heard it though, Dave. We're up. I heard it.
I told you.
I'm going to say it now.
You want me to reveal it now?
Yeah.
All right, everyone, let's try be objective on TV. Let's keep up with that. Should we talk about France, Kylian Mbappé? I mean, writing record books all the time, every game, I feel like, at this point in the World Cup. Most goals in knockout history in this tournament. 7 goals so far in that Golden Boot race. Are we really appreciating what we're seeing, Darian, do you think?
No, we're not. I think he's one of those players that is phenomenal. You look at the numbers he puts up, but we don't talk about him in the same caliber that we talk about other players, like a Kane, like a Messi, whoever you want to be talking about. And it's just because trophies have evaded him. At the club level, yes, he has a World Cup title. But as we've talked about, we were talking in the green room, he wasn't the guy that you're looking to. Now he is that guy. Can he bring this team to another final and win it? That's, I think, what's just evading him as to why he's not the same caliber. But the numbers he puts out, how effective he is for even club. He had, 48 goal contributions with Real Madrid. But we don't talk about that because of how they went out in Champions League as well. So I think if he gets to a final, they win it, absolutely. But he doesn't get the credit that he deserves.
Agreed?
Anybody that's sleeping on Kylian and Mbappe's greatness doesn't really understand as to how great he really is. Like, he is as explosive as I think I've ever seen in terms of as a footballer in the final third. He is so sharp, so short. And I can't remember which goal it was in the previous game, not against Paraguay, but I think it was the last game of the group where there was this triangle that had formulated on the right-hand side, and everyone's talking about the clip from when he's cutting in. Forgive me, the team actually eludes me right now, but what I was looking at was just his sharpness. And you know, as a defender, you can't switch off at any point when he's on your shoulder. And that is a telling sign, but then what he has is the clinical edge on top of it, because if I give him half a chance, he's going to find side netting, he's going to finish, and that right there is irreplaceable in world football. So we can talk about the Mbappés, we can talk about his greatness, but I think there's a lot of players in this France team that we're sleeping on. I mean, there's a Ballon d'Or winner, the defending champion, who's on this team. I mean, the best player, arguably, right now in world football in terms of form is Michael Olise. The back four looks as solid as it's ever done. We have a world-class goalkeeper in between the sticks, and, you know, the midfield actually understands his assignment. And we've done all this and haven't even mentioned N'Golo Kante, who's probably keeping his whole team together behind the scenes. This France team has everything. And just to sprinkle a little bit of icing on the cake, this is Didier Deschamps' goodbye. So they have the motivation, they have the storyline, they have the players, they have the quality. It's over to them whether or not they can turn around and get the second star on their chest.
So pressure's on France.
Yes, the pressure's been on them from the beginning.
Pressure's on 100%. France at the World Cup.
The pressure's been on them.
Exactly. My point being, the pressure's on them. So why can't Morocco shock the world?
But the pressure was on them in 2018 when they won their second World Cup. The pressure was on them in '98 when they beat Brazil the first time round. Like, the pressure's always been on France because we know in our lifetime, I have never seen a France team without a world-class player in it. Like, they have always had pressure. And yet what I realize is they could probably put their second team out and still win this World Cup. And that's what I'm talking about when the quality is talking throughout this team. Because I look at the bench and I see Bradley Barcola coming. I see Desiree Doué coming off the bench. It doesn't really matter who you're talking about.
Kante's coming off the bench.
Everybody just take a seat back. Like,
let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see it.
Let's just enjoy. Tu parles en français?
Let's see it. No, I don't. Hablo español.
Rodney, it does seem like Mbappé loves the pressure of a knockout round. He's never lost a game in the knockout rounds in World Cup history.
Mbappé is arguably one of the best players in the world in the box, whether it's, like we talked about, his quick movements, but it's the ability to go 1v1 before he gets to strike to go side netting. So him being hungry right now to get to the golden boot and all of those factors, they play a big role into these matches because of that hunger. I want to be the best in the world, so I have to show it the next game versus Morocco.
Darian, where would you rank Mbappé all-time if he continues this pace and leads France to a World Cup title?
Where would I rank him?
If he wins this World Cup, despite not having a Champions League title, all of that, what you just alluded to, the trophy cabinet.
I mean, he's top 3 in strikers in the world, easily. I think even with that this is where I'm saying I think generally we don't talk about him as much because those have evaded him, but to me, he's already in that top 3. Anywhere he is on the pitch, he's dangerous. He comes alive when there's more pressure. The swagger that he has after putting away that penalty against Paraguay in those waning moments of the match. This is where he comes alive. And to me, when you're an all-time player, where you're a player where we're talking about being the best in the world, you can handle that pressure. And he's proven time and time again, even when he was younger, that he can handle it. So he's been up there for me. This would just quiet the haters that don't agree 100%. If he wins another trophy and does it with club.
Top 3 for you, JD?
In world football right now? Undoubtedly. I actually think he is in the all-time great category already because he's been doing it for a decade. And that's what people haven't realised. Since he burst onto the scene with Monaco and what we've seen in terms of the consistency, the development, and most importantly, the productivity, Kylian Mbappé is already an all-time great. Yeah. It's just how far does he want to go in terms of his leg. He has the opportunity to, with his skill set and what he's producing, to go down as the greatest of all time. But he is in that category of the all-time greats. I put him in the same conversation as a Romario, Rivaldo right now as one of the legacy strikers of a generation. How far he goes, is be determined, to be honest, in the next 10 years.
So how many trophies he gets determines how far he'll go.
What you do in your impact. He's already broken all these other records, so it's just about adding to the trophy cabinet right now.
Yeah. Okay then, everyone. Why don't we move on? We've got a very special guest here in studio. We normally see him on the big screen, and now he's live here in person.
Yeah.
6'4", coming in a power forward.
There we go. The unit of Buckets. You're looking good, Buckets. How are you? You got your US jersey on?
I am. I'm repping the US today. My bets later in the show might not reflect that, but as of now, I'm trying to, fit in with everyone, look good doing it. But I'm excited to be here. I mean, I've talked to you guys so much online. Good to finally put some faces to the voices and all that. Just glad to be with part of the team today.
Yeah, and you've made the trip to Connecticut, but you haven't bought the breakfast. Oh. I'm going to bring it up.
Let's get to the bets. Let's go to the bets.
Buckets had a bet that he would bring production and talent breakfast when he came into the studio, and I'm left here hungry.
Hannah Cash will hold you accountable all points in your life.
Yikes.
All right then, Buckets, happy Monday. What bets have you got for us then?
Got 2 bets for us all today. I will bring you breakfast before I leave. I promise you that. But
Appreciate
2 bets
it.
that I'm looking at for this France-Morocco game. And the first one, it's just a classic here. I know you guys already talked about Morocco haven't lost now in their last 34 matches, asterisk. But more importantly for me, they've not scored in 2 of those last 34. This is a team that even when they don't win, they are finding the score sheet. And for as good as France have been defensively, I don't trust their defense to stop Morocco from scoring. Not saying that they're going to win, just saying that both teams to score being even money plus 100 here. It feels like the best way to attack this. You don't have to pick a winner. You just go ahead and you take the both teams to score, and you're happy at plus money. And then bet number 2, it's kind of the cheat code in the World Cup. We've been talking about how you just take the obvious picks. You take your Messis, you take your Haalands, you take your Kanes, you take the All-Stars to score, and that's about as close to free money as we've gotten. Is right now, Kylian Mbappé to score, it's minus 110. It's not quite even money there, but 7 goals already this World Cup. And anytime you can get him below minus 150, that's almost an auto bet for me. No such thing as free money, but that's as close as we're getting so far this World Cup, as Mbappé to score.
Lovely. JayDee, you like the bets?
I never bet against Buckets, man. Apart from if it involves the USA. Other than that, you're my dog, so I trust him. I trust him all the way through. He's good.
Thanks for watching this video from Morning Footy. For all news and insights regarding leagues around the world like EFL, Serie and all UEFA competitions, both men's and women's, don't forget to sign up for Paramount+.